It's Game On. Presented by Bank of Hawaii.
And a very pleasant good evening from Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center, where the Hawaii Islands presents the 2024 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship quarterfinal number 2, as a host and 3rd seed Hawaii Rainbow Warriors play host to the 6th seed Gauchos of UCSB. And this is Game On, presented by Bank of Hawaii. Let's go to the Ontario Airport Championship bracket right here. In the first quarterfinal just ended a couple of minutes ago, and it was CSUN, after losing twice earlier this year to UCSD, gets the win when it matters. They win it in 3. They will take on Long Beach State tomorrow in the first semifinal. Of course, coming up here in a couple of minutes, it's Hawaii and UC Santa Barbara. Hi, everybody. Scott Robbs, James Anastasiadis, Ryan Calais Suji. And guys, first off, just want to get your thoughts on the first quarterfinal. CSUN winning in 3, James. You called that.
I did. I think CSUN is a really good team. They have all the tools, and they played very well collectively tonight. They had all 3 pins firing. The middles were a little bit quiet, but Griffin showed up to play. He went with 1 error, 11 kills, was really big for the Matadors.
I think what we saw also tonight is how competitive some of these sets can get. That second set going to extra play, we can expect to see something very similar tonight. Remember, the last time these 2 teams faced off, it went 5 games. We had red cards going out. It was a very emotional and weird night. We'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. The last home match was against these Gauchos. They're doing it again now. It really matters. You win, you move on. You lose, your season's pound. The guys calling the action are courtside ready for this one. Of course, Kanoa and C-Mac.
Hey, thanks a lot, Scott. Yeah, back with you. Next to Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy. And C-Mac, you heard the corner crew talking a little bit about the last time these 2 teams met. And it was a thriller, certainly on night 2. Jess Bianchi for UCSB was something special that evening, a career high 32 kills, dominated, and got his Gauchos that close to taking down Hawaii.
Yeah, I mean, he is such a unique player. He's a lot like Hilaire Heno from UCI. A lot of people think that Heno's going to be named possibly Player of the Year in the nation, certainly maybe in the Big West. But this guy is something really, he's so special. I asked Rick McLaughlin, his coach, I said, so do you teach him these things? He said, hey, look, when he goes up and hits the ball, I have no idea what he's going to do. And certainly I don't know how to even teach him all how to hit the ball. He's like number 1 in the country in kills per set. And so he's going to get a lot of sets tonight. Probably every other set will go to him because they are so injury-riddled.
Yeah, I think that's the storyline for UCSB coming in. Injuries up and down this roster. They resemble more of a triage tent, really, than anything else. But it has given them a certain edge because of their youth and inexperience. I think that's taken some of the pressure off. There's not a lot in terms of expectation. They can go out there and play freely, and whatever happens, happens. They got nothing to lose.
That's one thing Charlie Wade told us he was worried about. Tough to play against a team that's just going to be playing so loose and carefree that he's a little worried that this Gaucho team could be dangerous tonight.
All right, on the other side, you have Tread Rosenthal real quickly. He is a guy who is 17 years old, a freshman, playing on his biggest collegiate volleyball stage.
And he's playing some great volleyball at the right time of the year. He's healthy, feeling good, feeling strong, very confident right now.
Just named to the All Big West Conference first team yesterday. We'll see you at first serve. Let's send it back over to the corner crew.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. Big matchup in Mānoa, Hawaii, and UC Santa Barbara. When we come back, Ryan earlier sat down and had some words with Spiros Hadjieleftheriou. Back inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center, Hawaii, UCSB, big championship tournament atmosphere here in Mānoa. Scott, James, Ryan, and Ryan, recently you got a chance to sit down and talk to Spiros Hadjieleftheriou. Everybody knows about what has happened to Spiros. Got a great attitude.
Yeah, you know, he did not expect to be watching this championship from the sidelines, but in an instant, things changed for Spiros Hadjieleftheriou, and he now finds himself up against a big challenge.
Coming back from my previous 3 years, I knew that I had to come back and take up a leadership role. We wanted to get far again. We've been there 3 times now. We've won it twice, and we just wanted to all get there back again. The outrigger week, it was kind of when I started feeling the team. You know, we have figured out a lot of our mistakes, a lot of our weaknesses, and it was kind of the time where we started to roll and get better.
Number 3 Hawaii plays host to the Anteaters and number 5 ranked UC Irvine.
I'm not gonna lie, I had a weird feeling about that game from the very beginning. It was just some feeling in me. I kind of knew the game was going to go to 5, and then, yeah, all that led up to the last point.
Rosenthal back to Spiros, blocked and roofed, and Spiros goes down, and he's clutching at his left knee. Down in pain. It is absolutely silent here in the arena.
Kind of knew because it was a different pain than any other pain that I had experienced before. You know, I've always had injuries as an athlete, but nothing of that pain and level. So I kind of knew that it was going to be something more serious. When something like that happens, there's a lot of things going through your mind. You can't really find one thing that you're going to hold on to it. It's just a lot of thoughts, a lot of emotions. There was definitely a lot of frustration. Honestly, not being around the team, you know, since I got injured and then after surgery, I spent most of my time in bed or at home. So me not being next to the team and be there for the boys was a little bit weird. That was the biggest adjustment that I had to make. I just got to focus on what I can control. You know, there's all the talk about going back to the championship, me being player of the year, but at the end of the day, if I cannot compete, I can't control any of that. So my focus, you know, is to focus on my rehab and then be next to the team as much as I can. It's just how surprising sports can be and how in a matter of seconds your career can change. The support that I received by the people of Hawaii, my teammates, my coaching staff, it was just overwhelming in the best possible way. It provided me, you know, kind of a sense of safety again and extra motivation to, you know, keep going and heal fast.
All right, time now to throw on our coach's hat. It is sponsored by Heineken. And Ryan, I want to get back to that terrific piece you just did on Spiros Hadjieleftheriou. What did you take away after doing that about Spiros that maybe you didn't realize about him?
Well, I thought it was interesting that he said that he kind of felt like it was going to be a weird match going into that match against Irvine, but I think one of the things that you see right away is his resiliency. Obviously, a lot of talk about the expectations for this senior and him leading this team and now finding himself with a new challenge, being a new type of leader, not on the court, but trying his best to keep this team connected.
And James, a lot of people may not know that you and Spiros have a very close friendship. Your mom was in town taking care of Spiros while he was hurt. Just give us some thoughts on what you've seen him do since that injury.
Yeah, no, I mean, the biggest thing for me is just the warrior mentality that he's been able to have throughout the 4 years here. I've seen a lot of people go through surgery, but the way that he's handled it is something special. He's been so good about it, and spiritually and mentally, it's really hard as an athlete when your entire life changes, but it just speaks volume about what kind of person he is and what kind of teammate he is. He's still taking the time before every match to talk to every single one of the players, and he coaches on that sideline, being able to see what he sees, and we've seen it on over and over every night in here, that he'll talk to both the outsides about what he sees and what adjustments he thinks that they can make. So it just speaks so much volume about what kind of person he is.
All right, Hawaii knows no Spiros, obviously. They win tonight, they move on, they lose. Their season is over. I think we all can agree with that. What does Hawaii need to do to move on?
Well, I think they need consistency in all aspects, in serving, in passing, in defense, in offense. The big question is, who's going to be on that outside hitting position? Will we see Chaz Galloway get the start with the experience, or will it be Keone Thim?
Yeah, I think Hawaii's just going to have everyone playing their best night. Again, it's the Big West tournament. It's do or die. Everyone needs to show up to play their best game because it could be anyone's option either night.
Earlier in 3, CSUN knocked off UC San Diego, but coming up next, it's quarterfinal number 2, Hawaii, UCSB, with the first serve called by Kanoa and Chris.
Aloha ahi ahi. Good evening, everyone. The Big West Conference welcomes you to Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center on the campus of the University of Hawaii at Mānoa as the Hawaiian Islands presents the 2024 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. Tonight's second quarterfinal contest matches the number 6 seed, UC Santa Barbara Gauchos, versus the number 3 seed, Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. Introducing the UC Santa Barbara Gauchos starting lineup. At libero 1, 6-foot junior from Corona Del Mar, California, number 1, Jaden Glenn. At opposite, 6'6" junior from Laguna Beach, California, number 2, Jess Bianchi. At center, 6'3" junior from Manhattan Beach, California, floor captain, number 6, Jack Wolmer. And outside hitter, 6'4" sophomore from Hermosa Beach, California, number 7, Ben Court. And outside hitter, 6'2" junior from Manhattan Beach, California, number 8, Sam Collins. At middle blockers, 6'5" sophomore from Santa Barbara, California, number 10, Sam Meister. At libero 2, 6'1" freshman from Los Gatos, California, number 17, Joe Wallace. And at middle blocker, 6'3" sophomore from Pacific Palisades, California, number 24, Owen Lonkar. Assistant coaches Randy DeWeese and Jonah Safe. Associate head coach Blaine Nielsen. Head coach for the Gauchos, Rick McLaughlin. Now introducing the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors starting lineup. And libero 5'7" junior from Waialae, Oahu, number 5, Eleyu Choi. And middle blocker, 6'9" sophomore from Indianapolis, Indiana, number 8, Kurt Nusterer. At center, 6'8" freshman from Manhattan Beach, California, floor captain, number 13, Trent Rosenthal. At opposite, 6'9" senior from Kailua, Oahu, number 14, Alakai Todd. At outside hitter, 6-foot senior from Kaimuki, Oahu, number 20, Keone Thim. And middle blocker, 6'7" senior from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, number 21, Guilherme Voss. And an outside hitter, 6'5" freshman from Paris, France, number 23, Louis Sakamoto. Assistant coaches Ku Ponofe and Chad Giesman. Associate coach Milan Zarkovic. Head coach for the Rainbow Warriors, Charlie Wade.
Since losing its leader, Spiros Hadjieleftheriou, to a career-ending injury, the Rainbow Warrior volleyball team has used the last 6 weeks to find the identity it will need to return to the NCAAs. On the other side of the net, UC Santa Barbara has weathered troubles of its own, trying to hold together an injury-riddled roster as it enters the postseason. It's win or go home tonight. UC Santa Barbara versus Hawaii in round 1 of the Big West Tournament. With that, we welcome you inside Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Time to take a look at the Kaiser Permanente keys to the match. C-Mac.
Well, for Santa Barbara, they got to serve hard and then harder. Rick McLaughlin thinks that's their key to win tonight. And for Hawaii, it's regroup time. They've lost 2 of their last 4. What a better time to regroup than tonight in the first match of this tournament.
So here we go. 3-seeded Hawaii, 6-seeded UCSB. Glad you could join us here on Spectrum Sports. Kanoa Leahy sitting next to Chris McLaughlin. Keone Thim will do the honors for Hawaii with the serve. Set going to Just Bianchi, as many will tonight. Great dig, Aleu Choi. And it's going to be a net violation called against Hawaii. So just like that, the Gauchos able to diffuse some of the excitement in the air in this building. And they strike first. Jess Bianchi, who went bananas the last time he played in this facility. Career high 32 kills on 70 swings in a 5-set loss to Hawaii. Here's Kurt Neusterer, and he pounds it down, and that gets a roar out of the home crowd.
How about that pass from Aleu Choi? Right on the money for Rosenthal to set the middle.
Kurt Neusterer hitting .429 on the year, just under a kill per set. This is also an area where he has impacted matches, however, from the service line. 1-1. And he sends it long, and the Gauchos get the point. UCSB coming in 9-17 overall on the year, 2-8, and coming in as the 6th seed in the Big West Conference. They are 4-3 all-time in Big West Conference tournament play, having won the whole shebang, if you recall, back in 2021. Here's Jack Walmer, former University of Hawaii.
The server, Hawaii's passers fear most.
As that back one-handed set attempt by Tread Rosenthal missed the mark. And Guilherme Voss unable to get there. The 2 all Big West Conference first team selections as announced yesterday, unable to make that exchange occur. So 3 serving 1, and Jack Walmer, the former Rainbow Warrior, now in his 2nd year with UC Santa Barbara, getting ready to serve again. 3 serving 1. Pass by Thim is a good one. Outside, here's Louis Sakanoko, and he is denied access. Owen Longcar, one of the guys in the middle being thrown into the mix because of injuries. They're basically down to just 2 middle blockers available in Longcar and Sam Meister, and he was in the middle of a devastating swat right there.
And they were both former outside hitters when they're thrown into the middle.
So 4 serving 1. You're loving this start if you're the Gauchos. Crowd trying to urge the home team on. And Walmer sends it long. And Hawaii catches a break there. Hawaii 22-6 overall on the year. 5-5, finishing as the 3 seed in the Big West Conference. They are 7-2 all time in this event. And playing in this first round, if you want to call it the quarterfinals or just an opening round, you don't have all the teams playing. So, but playing in this first day for the first time since the inception of this event, as you take a look at Rick McLaughlin, 16th year head coach for the Gauchos. All he can do basically is laugh it off, the amount of injuries that he has had to navigate through this season.
I asked him the other day, hey, are you the director of a MASH unit? For what? Luckily, he's old enough to know what MASH is. And Alan Alda and all the rest of those guys. It was pretty funny. He said, yes, we really are a true MASH unit. They have at least 4 to 5 guys that are out. People playing out of position.
And guys who he has relied upon. You have Dominic Lang, who is one of their go-to serving specialists. He suffered a torn meniscus. He's out. You have Josh Aruya, who is their very dynamic freshman middle, 6'9". In fact, he injured himself in the series against Hawaii in this building, and he is out for the rest of the season. And so, yeah, add that to what was already a slew of injuries and guys who were unavailable prior to that. 3 serving 5. Outside it goes, and the swing by Ben Court finds the court. 6'4" redshirt sophomore from Hermosa Beach, California. Had 16 kills on 39 attempts, hit .333 back on March 30th against Hawaii. As you take a look at Charlie Wade in his 15th season, holds an 11-8 record in 11 conference tournament appearances That includes Hawaii's time back in the old MPSF days. But 3 Big West Conference tournament titles for Charlie Wade's squad in 2019, 2022, and last season.
Remember, he was one of the original orchestrators of having the Big West even happen, let alone the Big West tournament, which has been very successful here.
A quick reset after the pass there by Court, and he's able to put a pummeling on it. And Ben Court gets the kill and a point for UCSB.
Here's another tough server coming up, by the way, Jess Bianchi.
This guy leads the nation in kills per set, 4.77 per. He's also the team leader with 37 aces. As tough as they come. The pass by Thim almost hits the big screen above, and then the back set to Alakai Todd slowed down by the block. Here's Bianchi from behind the line, dug up by Rosenthal. Eleu Choi centers it. Free pass coming over the net. Big advantage here for the Gauchos. They go back row. It's Collins. Blocked and roofed by Kurt Neuster, who quickly points at the Terraplex as if to say, this is our house.
A lot of people thought Kurt lost out on being considered for all conference. I actually got a couple of emails saying, hey, what's up? Why was Kurt left off? I don't have an answer.
Yeah, he certainly has a case to be made in his behalf. 5-7. Todd with the serve there. Cross court set. Here's Bianchi by a triple block and down. He was doing that all night long on that second night against Hawaii in this building.
How does he find a way through this 3-man block? Oh, okay, a little wrist away for the lefty. Going cross court, avoiding the block.
Look at those numbers.
Oh, gaudy.
So he's tops in the nation in kills per set. You know who's number 2 in the nation? Ilir Heno of UC Irvine. The 2 lefties from this Big West Conference leading all of college volleyball in that statistic.
Another reason why this tournament is so special is that it's got the quality of players and teams that rival any other tournament this year, including the NC2A.
That was a 68-mile-an-hour serve there by Keone Thim. It'll be returned. Rosenthal, quick middle. Neuster lays the hammer down.
Oh, can you tell that Kurt Neuster loves getting that set? Oh, my goodness. He gave Trent Rosenthal a bear hug right here. Look at this. Oh, yeah. He loves getting the sets. Thank you very much.
So Kurt Neuster and nobody else with kills for Hawaii. He's got 2 for 2. Back row, this is Court. Diving save over the net by Choi. Here's Bianchi from behind the line. Choi punches it up in the air. Here's Louis. Sends it out. And that's going to be a point for UCSB. Louis Sakanoko, the 6'5" freshman from Paris, France. Averaging 2.16 kills per set, hitting 235 on the year. In Big West play, though, averaged over 3 kills per set and hit 250.
Yeah, and here comes the challenge. First challenge of the night.
So the challenge will be whether or not there was a touch on that swing there by Louis Sakanoko.
And a ball hit that hard, I don't know if we have enough pixels to slow that ball down. Randy Rubinall, I think it's the R3 again.
Yeah, you got Randy Rubinall. You have Mike Goshima sitting right next to him. They're sort of the manpower behind this replay review.
It's so blurry. It's so hard to see.
Now, they have angles that we don't have access to with some of the static camera positions around the arena that may give a higher resolution to whether or not there was a touch here, but what do you think, C-Mac?
I think it just went over Walmer's hands. I think it'll be a denied challenge.
Yeah, I don't see anything there. Even with the low res that we have at our disposal. But we are not the ones that make the final verdict for very obvious and probably justifiable reasons. see the officiating crew. Sergio Gonzalez, the R1. Tom Saunders, the lower referee. You have Randy Rubinall next to Mike Gashima on the DV Sport replay system. Irene Kobayashi, the scorekeeper. And then you got a whole slew of line judges. Robert Reyes, John Park, Kerwin Stenstrom, and Kevin Chun. Charlie Wade with 6 20-win seasons under his belt as head coach. This season representing the 6th time that they have been able to reach 20 or more. 22 victories to this point here in 2024. Here we go. So call is confirmed, not enough evidence to overturn. And 2 challenges left for Charlie after that attempt. So 9 serving 7 here. Gaucho's coming out, and they have already made a statement that they're here to play some volleyball. However, Sam Meister blasts it into the twine. And that's going to be a Hawaii point. So the challenge almost worked like a timeout there.
They did. Absolutely. Iced the server.
And now Kurt Neusterer to serve.
We're going to watch the number of swings that I think Bianchi takes tonight. So far, he's taken half the swings. 4 of the 8 swings have been just.
How about that serve by Neusterer? Rolled it off the edge of the table. And we are tied at 9 here in set 1.
The passes were all very deep there. I think Kurt could see that, so he just lobbed a little lollipop right in front of all 3.
28 service aces for Neusterer on the year now. Into the twine, that one goes. Hawaii playing host to the Hawaiian Islands presents the 2024 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship for the 4th time. Hawaii will also be the stage for this event next season. And in large part, that is because of the tremendous support from the likes of the Hawaii Tourism Authority and, of course, Outrigger. Pass by Thim, tight to the net. Touched over there by Trey Rosenthal.
Oh, it helps to be 6'10". What do you think, Kanoa? You did say on your show the other day that in sneakers, he is 6'10".
Yeah.
And he also said, I think I'm still growing, too. But it helps to be, intercepts that ball from going over the net by being that tall with a little tiptoe jump.
Serves it into the net. So Hawaii with 4 service errors. 5 on the other side for UCSB.
2 from Rosenthal and 2 from Neusterer.
So here is Sam Collins, 6'2", redshirt junior from Manhattan Beach, California. Been fighting a bit of an illness here this week. That one skips off the tape. Here's Sakanoko, blasted off the hands. We're going to have a net violation against the Gauchos. And that's going to be a Hawaii point. And UCSB looking at their head coach, Rick McLaughlin, and they're asking him to challenge that net call. And so he is going to do just that. So things pause for a moment once again.
I'm surprised that he's making that challenge because the net violation was right, maybe 6 feet from the R1, Tony Chan. Is it Tony Chan up top?
No, you got Sergio Gonzalez on top here
right
for this
match.
match.
Right in front of Sergio, just a few feet away. Let's see where it happened. Right there when it's coming down.
Yeah, that jersey caught a piece of the netting. But you had the Gauchos who were in the vicinity immediately looking back at their head coach and saying, no, there was no net. But sometimes, as you know, C-Mac, you can catch it with your body and it not feel like
exactly.
you netted.
I think that's exactly what happened. Luckily, each coach is only allowed 3 challenges. Otherwise, we could be here all night just reviewing challenges if it was unlimited.
Are you saying you have someplace better to be? Come on, C-Mac, let's be here all night. What's wrong with that?
I don't know about you, but I've been here since 2 o'clock.
This is the premier volleyball event in the country. What are you talking about? This is the place to be.
And we have more to come. 2 more tomorrow.
That's right.
Another one Saturday.
We already have a match that has been played here earlier this evening. CSUN able to beat UC San Diego for the first time this season. They were 0-2 against the Tritons, having suffered a reverse sweep at home in the second match of that series, but they were able to exorcise those demons, and CSUN wins by way of a sweep, 25-20, 28-26, and 25-22 to advance to tomorrow's semifinal round, where they will meet top-seeded Long Beach State.
So the dig by Constable did make a difference in their season.
Yeah, because that came late in that second set, where you had CSUN, which ended up winning after 4 set point opportunities. But UCSD, to their credit, they were able to fight their way where they were serving for the set at one point, and then Constable had that incredible save. They played extras. And they're going to reverse the call. They're going to replay the point. A bit surprised.
Yeah, maybe they were saying jersey doesn't count, has to be body. Who knows?
So here we go. Sam Collins to serve again. Pass by Eleu Choi. And Rosenthal goes quick middle to Guilherme Voss. Now we got a joust above the tape. Walmer surveying the floor, goes backside. Bianchi pounds it down.
Well, he just knows where the block is at all times. And how about the set from Walmer? He knows where Bianchi is all the time.
Now, there was a little bit of confusion as to what the score was because of the replay of that point. It should have been 11-10. I think the scoreboard in the arena, as well as our graphic, said 12-10. After that point, now it should be 12 serving 10, and it has been corrected now on all platforms. 12 serving 10 here for the Gauchos. Pass by Thim. Outside it goes to Alaka'i Todd over the block. Didn't catch a touch. Didn't catch the line. The crowd at that end of the building, adamant in their opinion of what should have been an in call. And we'll see if Charlie Wade is influenced.
That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Hey, guess what we got, C-Mac? We got a challenge.
It's the Challenge Bowl.
Getting through this match might prove to be a challenge with all of these stoppages.
Oh, man.
Well, at least by virtue of that replay we had, and you could tell that it was being played overhead here at Simplify Arena at San Sheriff Center because of the crowd's reaction when they saw this right here. Looks like it's smack dab on the line.
Yeah. Well, big difference between 13-10 and 12-11, that's for sure.
Yeah, that tells the story right there. You would think. Your thoughts on what we're seeing here so far, though, in this first set? Obviously, UCSB benefiting perhaps from just having experience playing on this floor in this atmosphere earlier this regular season.
Absolutely. They're feeling especially confident about the last night on senior night, where they really challenged a very fired up crowd. They challenged a very fired up Rainbow Warrior team, took them to 5 sets. That's got to have given them a lot of confidence. They're playing loose, as you said earlier, playing confident, playing free.
And they will reverse the call. give the assist to the crowd on that one. Charlie Wade, to his credit, he was responding to the crowd as he reached for the replay challenge paddle. So now Louis Sakanoko will serve. 11 serving 12 here in a very slow-moving first frame. They are just double-checking and triple-checking that the score is correct. So taking a few extra moments to make sure. This is a first set that is proceeding at the speed of continental drift.
Or slow-moving lava.
Here we go, 11 serving 12. Sakanoko, that was a laser beam, 76 miles an hour. But UCSB able to return it. Advantage Hawaii though, backside. Todd through the block, popped up in the air. Nice play there by Jaden Glenn, the libero. Another free opportunity here for the Rainbow Warriors. Voss in the middle, dug up by Collins. Bump set to court, off the fingertips, dug up there by Rosenthal. Bump set, here's Todd, 3 blockers up. Goes line, misses wide, and how on earth did UCSB win that point?
I'll tell you, they played some great defense. Never said die. And they kept the ball in play.
They handled a 76-mile-an-hour heater from Louis Sakanoko and just stayed with it. Serve, however, by Longcar goes long, and Hawaii gets that point. Now Kai Taylor checking into the match here for Hawaii as the serving sub. 6'2" redshirt frosh from Costa Mesa, California.
Cousin of Nikki and Josh. Got the volleyball blood in his family and his genes.
It's a good serve. Pass there by Glenn was pretty dynamic. Bianchi the roll shot. And a left-handed put down there by Kurt Neusterer. He says, talk to the hand.
Oh. Good pop-up by Thim, and then Roosevelt, unafraid to go to the middle to Neusterer. Neusterer kind of on fire tonight at the net, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got 3 kills on 3 swings. Overpass is forced. Oh, but an overpass by Kai Taylor opens the door for the flush there by Ben Court. And so Taylor heading back to the Hawaii bench. Missed opportunity on that point for the Rainbow Warriors.
A little too much adrenaline flowing, maybe.
And now Bianchi to serve. Misses wide. We're tied at 14. The winner of this match will see UC Irvine tomorrow night. Irvine, the 2 seed. And Irvine, perhaps the only team that can say, I think we're the healthiest we've been all season right now. Quick middle set. And that one put down to the floor by Sam Meister. So the Gauchos get to 15 first and the first. A tight one here in Mānoa.
University of Hawaii.
Welcome back. The Hawaiian Islands presents the 2024 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship is brought to you by the Hawaiian Islands. Visit gohawaii.com to plan a trip that gives back. And by Outrigger Resorts and Hotels. Come be here. Oh, right now, CMAC, UCSB, they're here, and they are looking to give Hawaii all it can handle. They're hitting 429 with just 1 hitting error in this first set.
Hawaii hitting a paltry 167. A lot of that's because Santa Barbara's playing some terrific back row defense.
Rosenthal going outside. It's Thim. Had to hang up in the air for a bit. Soft touched it over. Collins two hands it deep. Right there is Sakanoko. Hawaii on the attack. Here's Louis from the back row. The set a little low, so Hawaii just ragged on its side. That set off the mark. Things looking a little squirrely on both sides of the net, but Alaka'i Todd betters the ball, betters the sequence, and he's able to get the finisher.
That was the only sequence where the ball got bettered was Alaka'i Todd. Great swing. The second kill of the night.
Keone Thim with the toss. That was a 63-mile-an-hour serve. Bianchi plugging it through the Hawaii block. I mean, how he finds the seams. They could be the most minute, and he's still able to somehow put it where the ball needs to go.
Rick McLaughlin the other day in our interview with him said, I don't know how he does it.
That serve goes out.
Now, the reason I think, we're seeing so many Santa Barbara serves going out right now is that I think they were given instructions before the game that, you know what, the best chance we have to beat Hawaii is we've got to serve hard and then harder.
Here's Kevin Calling, who's been a reliable serving specialist for Hawaii throughout the season. They're a reserve setter. Sam Collins goes off the block and down. Collins listed at 6'2", but he has a 6'7" wingspan. So he can play beyond what his frame would dictate. You see this season, he was primarily a serving specialist or the occasional plug-and-play guy throughout the season, but now he has started to, because of some of the injuries, taken on a greater load. Outside, here's Sakanoko through the block and down. Louis Sakanoko with his first kill of the match.
That's a surprise, Kanoa. We're 34 points into the game, and Kanoa and Sakanoko finally gets his first kill. Very unusual.
Now Tread Rosenthal, second on the team with 39 service aces on the year. Diving pass there by Glenn. Against the grain, set goes to Collins, and he hits it long. So Hawaii jumps in front. They lead for the first time in set one.
Santa Barbara's been playing some incredibly inspired volleyball.
And Santa Barbara's been playing crisp. You'd have to say much more crisply than Hawaii, but Rainbow Warriors, they've been scratching and clawing. Right now in front by one. Back row set, it's Court. And Ben Court, who Rick McLaughlin says is just an uber competitor, able to put a hurt in on that set.
He's the one who likes to win every drill in practice. This little back row quick.
Court has 4 kills, no errors. Jess Bianchi has 4 kills, no errors for UCSB. Collins now to serve. Pass by Choi. Almost hits the big screen above. Here's Todd, blocked and roofed. Owen Longcar, the sophomore from Pacific Palisades at just 6'3", playing middle. And he got a good chunk of that swing by Alaka'i. .41 blocks on the season for Longcar coming into this match. Here's Collins. Pass by Sakanoko is a good one. He gets the back set, and he just blows it up, but it's dug up over the net. Back row, Thim had to hit it with the left hand and made it work. Nothing appearing to go according to plan for the Rainbow Warriors, and yet here they are, tied with UCSB at 19.
Nice improvisation by Keone Thim. That's 2 left-handed shots we've seen tonight. Nooster's got one, and Thim's got one. Both went down for kills.
Sakanoko now to serve. Into the net. Sakanoko, who finished the regular season in conference play, tops in the league in aces per set. .44 per. Couldn't get it that time. Here's Longcar. Pass by Sakonoko. Over the net. A little joust up there. And Rosenthal, who is not a front row player, going to be called for the violation as he challenged on that joust. And so a point for the Gauchos. Charlie Wade signals for a timeout. Hawaii out of sorts, it appears, in this first frame. Gauchos up by a pair. Welcome back. Don't miss a second of the action. Watch Spectrum Sports on the go. The Spectrum News app has the local sports you love and the news and weather that matter most to you. Download today on the App Store or Google Play. Well, the motto here this week for Hawaii among the fan base as well is play for six. Spiros Hadjieleftheriou, there you see in the tunnel behind the bench supporting his squad, blew his knee out in the last match of the Outrigger Invitational against UC Irvine, interestingly enough, at the very tail end of what was a Hawaii thrilling victory. As the serve goes out of the timeout, Hawaii back within one. But how different things could be and feel if Spiros Hadjieleftheriou were healthy and available, but not the case. They played through the entire conference schedule without him. And Charlie Wade saying, hey, look, that was our testing ground to try to see what we needed to do to be at our best for this tournament. And right now they're up against a UCSB team that is just oozing confidence. Sam Meister dunks that one down, and the Gauchos are up by 2 again.
And they're playing precisely how Charlie thought they would play. He thought they'd play loose, they'd play fearless, they'd take chances, and they'd bomb it from behind the service line. That's precisely what's happening right now. They're hitting 450, Hawaii's hitting 200.
Bianchi serves it out. And that's been really the saving grace a little bit for the Rainbow Warriors, is the fact that UCSB, going for it from the service line, has no service aces to show for it. They have 10 service errors, though.
Yeah, and they've pulled Hawaii's setter off the net quite often, allowing the UCSB block to line up.
Todd with the serve. The pass there by Glenn. D-set Bianchi through the block and down. Well, here he goes again. Donning the superhero cape. 5 kills, no errors. Ben Court also 5 kills, no errors. That bodes very well for UCSB's chances tonight. Pass by Sakonoko is a beauty. Outside, Keone Thim is blocked and roofed. UCSB with 3 blocks here in this opening frame. Jack Walmer was up next to Meister on that one. And Charlie Wade going to signal for a timeout. The Gauchos will be serving for set 1 when we return. Welcome back. Let's take a look at the Hawaiian Airlines series record. Rainbow Warriors leading the all-time series 62-37. Last meeting was in this building March 30th. As UCSB nearly pulled off the reverse sweep. Hawaii able to come out victorious in 5, but that was the match where Jess Bianchi just went berserk. Career high 32 kills. This is a guy who made about as unprecedented a leap from where he was last year to being an all Big West Conference first team selection. He only played in 6 matches a season ago.
And his dream all along has been to play for UCSB. His grades weren't quite ready to get in, so Rick McLaughlin said, well, you're going to have to go to JC and clean it up. So last year in high school and his first couple years in college, he really got it together. And now he's getting like over a 3.5, according to sources.
Yeah. His GPA is almost as high as his kills per set.
Yeah. That's right.
Outside, here's Keone Thim through the block and down. Hawaii needed it. It will remain aloha ball here for UCSB. Keone Thim will retreat back to serve. What are you seeing on the Hawaii side of the net here in this first frame, C-Mac?
Well, their offense just balky. You look at the kill percentages this set in 182. That's half of what they normally get. That's the biggest difference.
Thim with the toss. It's a good serve. Great pass there by Court. Gets the set from the back row. Wrist away. Did he get a touch? No. Missed it wide. Hawaii within 1. And Rick McLaughlin up off the bench he doesn't want to see any more at the moment. Signals for a timeout to try to just calm things down. It will still be set point for the Gauchos.
And guess who the next set's going to go to? I think it's going to go to Bianchi, that guy right there. But Court's been playing so well. Bianchi might be the decoy, and maybe Court will get the honors.
How do you explain Jess Bianchi? He did play beach volleyball since he was a kid, and Rick McLaughlin credits some of that to the feel that he has for the game. But what makes him so difficult to handle, you think?
I think it's like he's got that noodle arm, got the nozzle, of a hand where he can move the ball any direction he wants. He seems to have great vision. He can see the block and knows how to tool it, how to just wipe it off the end blocker, how to wrist away inside the center blocker. So he's just got so many shots. That's what makes it difficult for him.
All right, let's check in with Ryan Kalei-Suji. What's up, Ryan?
Hey, thanks, Kuna. Well, here on the UCSB sideline, one of the biggest things that they're really talking about is just their passing, recognizing that one of Hawaii's best servers, Keone Thim, is behind the service line. They want to make sure that they are getting the pass down first, recognizing that they have options offensively, just they have to make sure that they get Jack Walmer in a position to run this offense. On the Hawaii sideline, a lot of emphasis being placed on the blockers. Hawaii's coaching staff not happy with the way that Hawaii is following and tracking this Gaucho offense. They want their blockers to be more active and be more consistent with their hand positioning. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot. You heard some of the booing in the background is because they showed some of the UC Santa Barbara faithful that are in the house on the big screen. Yeah, home court advantage. That is the effort. Gamesmanship, right? It's the postseason. There's a lot on the line. It's win or go home right now.
Rarely do you hear a boo from Hawaii crowd.
That's right. So the third set point coming up here for UCSB. It remains aloha ball for the Chos. Thim has to get this in. He does. Pass by Court is a good one. Here's Bianchi. Dug up by Choi and out. And UCSB, the 6th seed, the lone team not ranked in the ABCA Top 20 in this event. They come out and they hit 458 to take set 1, 25-23. Well, flip side, set 2 coming up. Welcome back. Well, there's the hardware that all the teams collecting here in Honolulu are playing for. Championship will be decided on Saturday here at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. And very honored and privileged to have here now courtside with us Commissioner of the Big West Conference, Dan Butterly. And hey, look, you look fantastic. Love the suit. But where's the Aloha shirt, man? You're making us feel underdressed over here.
I'm feeling overdressed. Everybody keeps telling me, David Lasser tells me you're overdressed. I keep joking. Somebody's got to find me somebody that makes me look good in a Hawaiian shirt. If I can get that in Hawaii, I'll be great. So,
well, let me ask you about this tournament, because this is the 4th time that it has been hosted here in Honolulu. And a lot of that obviously has to do with the support that is provided by the Hawaii Tourism Authority, as well as Outrigger Hotels and Resorts, and just the benefit you see from this environment for this event.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you see the fans in the stands. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic to have it back here in Oahu. This is the 3rd year of another 3-year cycle of the Big West Volleyball Men's Volleyball Championships. We're fortunate that Hawaii Tourism, the championship probably would not be here without the support of Hawaii Tourism, without the support of Outrigger Hotels, and obviously Hawaiian Airlines getting our teams over here. We're very, very appreciative of those partnerships, and thank Hawaii Tourism for everything they do for us.
You know, volleyball was debuted in the 2018 season as a Big West sport, as UCSB. Not looking like they're relenting at all here to start this second frame. They come out and Ben Court deals an ace out of the deck, and it's quickly 1-0 Gauchos. But we're talking with Big West Commissioner Dan Butterly. And since that time, the Big West has established itself as the premier league in men's volleyball. How do you view the importance of the Big West within the construct of men's volleyball, and the importance of men's volleyball as a sport under the banner of the Big West?
You know, it's the best sport we've got, to be honest with you. I mean, men's volleyball, we are winning national championships in this sport. We're making it to the national championship game if we're not winning the national championship. I continue to espouse, I'm hopeful that the NCAA continues to look at expansion of the men's volleyball championship to be in a position that we can send more than just 2 teams from the Big West, because I think this year we've got 3 to 4 teams that are very qualified to be able to compete for that national championship this year.
Keone Thim sending it into the twine. Take a look real quick here, if we may, at the Hawaiian Financial FCU starting lineups. As the serve by Meister goes long. And there you see the starting lineup scrolling at the bottom of your screen. Talking with Big West Commissioner Dan Butterly. You've been the commissioner since July 1st, 2020. That's the same day that UC San Diego and Cal State Bakersfield joined the fray. Where do you see the Big West as a whole, as it's positioned with all of the uncertainty and changes throughout the collegiate athletics landscape? As you see the joust won there by Luis Akanoko. How strong, how firm, how confident are you in where the Big West currently stands?
I feel very confident where we stand at this point. I think the Big West is the model conference in the NCAA at this point. Regional rivalries, like-minded institutions, all public institutions that are all rowing the same direction. Our board of directors, our athletic administrations are all rowing in the same direction. We continue to talk about membership. We continue to talk about the Big West in the national landscape, but I feel real confident as to where we are now and where we are going as a membership in the Big West.
You've always said some very interesting things as it pertains to student-athlete experience, and of course we are at a time here in the spring where you're going to have 7 championships being decided within the span of 16 days. This is kind of a big stretch here for the Big West Conference, but why do you focus so much on that aspect, right? At a time where we read headlines about, TV contracts and money and that sort of ruling college sports. What makes you focus so granularly on the student-athlete experience?
Well, part of it is because of my experiences with the men's basketball program at Illinois State University back in the early 90s. Our postseason experience was only at a conference championship. And in the Big West, we're very much like the Missouri Valley. Many of our student-athletes will never see an NCAA championship. Their postseason experience will be in the Big West championships. And to now have championships for all 21 of our sports moving forward in the year 24-25, including the addition of men's and women's swimming and diving to the Big West, that was a big mission of mine, and to work with our membership to make sure every one of our student athletes has that postseason experience and to also have that opportunity to compete for an NCAA automatic qualification.
How about women's water polo? We got a pretty good team.
We do, and I'm looking forward to that championship next weekend. It should be an outstanding championship. We've got so many teams ranked in women's water polo, men's volleyball. I mean, we are definitely the spring sport kings, particularly kings and queens, I should say, particularly with these Olympic-type sports that the Big West continues to support: men's volleyball, beach volleyball, women's water polo.
How about expansion?
Expansion, we continue to look, obviously, at membership. The one thing that our membership has said, we feel very confident as to where we're at right now. We continue to look at opportunities. We're not going to say no to institutions we have a number of institutions that have shown interest in joining the Big West, but our membership right now feels very solid at 11 full member institutions. We continue to look to strengthen programs and affiliate memberships, but we're not there right now relative to any kind of expansion.
Wouldn't one more be helpful for travel?
Potentially, yeah. It just depends on where that institution could be. Obviously, I mean, you're not going to get a travel partner for Hawaii because obviously you're on the islands. But, I mean, as you look down the road, potentially, but I think there's going to be so much shakeup with the NCAA nationally that I think there's going to be a lot of Division I institutions in the next 2 or 3 years that are going to have to reevaluate whether they're going to remain Division I institutions because of the drastic changes that are coming from the legal and judicial systems that are affecting the NCAA.
Hawaii up to a 6-3 advantage here in set 2, responding well after dropping the first stanza 25-23. Tread Rosenthal with the serve. We are talking with Big West Conference Commissioner Dan Butterly as Jess Bianchi gets his 8th kill. We obviously here at Spectrum Sports, we look at the Big West oftentimes through the lens of the University of Hawaii. You talk about membership. How does the Big West view Hawaii as a member and the value that it brings to the league?
Oh, I mean, Hawaii is a tremendous member of the Big West Conference. There's no doubt about that. This truly brings a great spirit to the Big West. Our Pacific spirit is one of our accolades. One of our pillars is that Pacific spirit. and it's exciting to have Hawaii in the league. They balance it out so well. The competitiveness of the University of Hawaii is tremendous, and they really raise the profile for the league.
All right, I just got to ask you sort of generally, this atmosphere, I mean, particularly for men's volleyball, it is unique. You could suggest globally unique. How are you enjoying this?
It's fantastic. I mean, obviously, when you're looking at, I would anticipate 8,000-ish fans in here at a 7:30 on a Thursday night watching men's volleyball. I don't think you're going to get too much of a better atmosphere in the country at this time of the year for men's volleyball. I mean, I truly wish the NCAA would consider this as an NCAA tournament site in the future, because this would be an outstanding opportunity for the number of student athletes in men's volleyball across the NCAA.
Jeff Bianchi unloads again, and we are tied. He has 9 kills. Well, I guess we could probably hook you up with Aran Ganat's guy for a dressy Aloha shirt. He's got connections for sure. But Dan Butterly, we do appreciate your time. Always a pleasure talking with you, the commissioner of the Big West Conference. Enjoy the rest of your stay here in the islands.
I absolutely will. Thank you so much to Spectrum Hawaii for broadcasting this championship. It means so much to us, and you really raise the profile of the Big West. So I appreciate all you do.
It is our pleasure, our honor for sure. Dan Butterly, commissioner of the Big West Conference. We appreciate him being so generous with his time. Meanwhile, Guilherme Voss having a grand old time, per usual. Voss with his second kill, a guy who was named the All Big West Conference first team yesterday. Meanwhile, the serve goes long by Sakanoko. But great to hear some of the things that Dan Butterly had to say, C-Mac, about the sport of men's volleyball, right? The importance, as the Big West sees it, of men's volleyball. Understanding that since the emergence of the Big West, it has stepped to the forefront of this sport as a league. As Alaka'i Todd sends it just long. He thought it was in. They rule it out, no touch. And so a point for UCSB, and after all of that, Gauchos now in front.
Dan Butterly, so positive, is he, Kanoa? It seems like he's just effusive in his compliments for men's volleyball. He stands Sheriff Center, his fans, and having him say, you know, there ought to be an NCAA championship here. That's good to hear. I think Charlie's going to bid, too. I think they're going to bid at some point.
Oh, that's served by Voss. Let by. And that was one of those where Ben Court was playing up. Saw it sail by, was just hoping and praying that it kept going, and it did. It went out for a Gauchos point. Hawaii hitting 273 here in this second frame. 286 on the side of UCSB. And it is Bianchi to serve. Set going to Neusterer, and he had to extend a little bit just to make contact, but he puts it down. Kurt Neusterer is the leading hitter right now for Hawaii.
When was the last time we saw that? 4 kills, no errors, hitting 1,000. Alaka'i Todd with 3 kills, but he's got 3 errors to go along with us. He's flatlining, as is Luis Sakanoko.
Todd, meanwhile, to serve. It's a good one. It is an ace. The second ace of the match for Hawaii.
Hawaii with 8 service errors in the night, 2 aces.
Middle set off the mark. Did it fall? No, it landed out of bounds, and immediately Ben Court, again, the new favorite move of every collegiate volleyball player, look back at the coach and make the C sign gesture. And Rick McLaughlin obliging. And this is a biggie here, right? Could be Hawaii up 2, or it could be tied at 10.
Yep. looks out.
Oh, that is really close. It is nudged up right next to that outside edge of the sideline. Enough there to overturn the call, though? That'll be the question. I feel like that's a sign you would hold up, C-Mac.
No challenge?
Rick McLaughlin speaking so highly of the staff that he's put together at Santa Barbara. With his associate head coach Blaine Nielsen, Jonah Safe, who has been part of the staff now for several years, and Randy DeWeese, one of the big dogs a few years ago for UCSB. There he is, now on the staff himself. And Rick McLaughlin saying that he feels these guys relate to the players in such a profound way.
Yeah. And Jonah Safe couldn't travel, but he does a great job with the setters. And only these two guys could travel, Blaine and Randy. But you're right, he loves his staff. This is the most assistant coaches he's ever had. He started out doing it solo, and then he got one assistant, and it stayed that way for a long time. Just two guys were doing it, and that was really hard to do.
Well, while we have a chance, let's take a look at the championship bracket brought to you by Ontario International Airport, the official airport of the Big West Conference. So CSUN has advanced by virtue of a 3-set sweep over UC San Diego. So the 5 seed moving on to take on top seed Long Beach State tomorrow. And it is 2nd seeded UC Irvine, just kicking it, cruising, awaiting the winner of this Hawaii and UCSB match.
And they're hoping it's a 5-setter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We saw Niff earlier in the evening. He looked very relaxed, very not stressed. And again, UC Irvine may be the only team that can categorically say we are the healthiest we have been all year right now, and no better time to say that than during the postseason.
Yeah.
And it looks like we are coming to a decision here on this challenge. And I'm going to say not enough evidence to overturn. And it is going to remain a Hawaii point, and they are going to hang on to this 2-point lead.
Santa Barbara loses the charge of the 2 remaining. Alakani Todd Sugar, 11-9.
Well, here is Alaka'i Todd. 26 aces on the year coming into this match. Just picked up his 27. Almost got 28 right there. Walmer goes over on 2, though, and catches Hawaii off guard. Heads up play there by the redshirt junior from Manhattan Beach, Jack Walmer.
He's done a great job of guiding this team, setting a great offense. Terrific server. And he gets offensive once in a while, like just there.
And Court sends it out. And so the service errors accumulating on both sides, but UCSB already up to 13 out balls from the end line.
And once again, in case you just joined us, that's part of the strategy. That's what Rick McLaughlin wants his team to do. He wants them to go for it when they get back to the reserve, pull Hawaii setters off the net.
There's Keone Thim into the net. That's service error number 9 on the Hawaii side.
Sam Meister Sugar.
And that serve goes wide. Charlie Wade making it very clear that the efficiency is the key to success for his squad. He says the 3 sets we won against UC San Diego, and that was last Friday. He said we committed a total of 21 errors. He said that turned around in a huge way in the set we lost. That one rattled around and returned. Court got that one returned back over the net. Gauchos go back out to Collins. Hits it out. Was there a touch? No touch. Point Hawaii. 14-11 here in the second.
And Santa Barbara was in control of that rally until the last shot. Sam Collins, by the way, coming off the sick bed a couple days ago.
That's right. Kurt Neustor, what a serve. D-set Bianchi does it again. You just can't really stop this guy. They're going to say that hit by Bianchi, maybe part of the reason Hawaii couldn't stop him there, was outside the antenna. Take a look at this angle. It most certainly was. Hawaii gets to 15. Welcome back. Well, the semifinal doubleheader tomorrow for this Big West Men's Volleyball Championship will begin here on Spectrum Sports at 4:15 p.m. Hawaii time.
Big change offensively for Hawaii in the second set. They're hitting .333. Santa Barbara flat-lining it at 0-0-0. It was the opposite of that in the first set, with UCSB hitting .460 and Hawaii hitting .182. So, some Jekyll and Hyde going on here.
Hawaii trying to flip the script. Muster out of the timeout, sends it out. This is the new reality, it feels like, for this Hawaii team. It's going to be a situation where they're going to be hard-pressed to dominate any of the teams here at this stage of the year in the postseason. They're going to have to grind it out in the way that we're seeing here so far tonight, as that one goes just long off of the palm of Jack Walmer. And Hawaii gets the point on the out serve. Well, Hawaii's going to have to show some grit. And so far in this second set, they've done just that. Rosenthal to serve. Back row, it's Court. Dug up by Choi. Rosenthal running out of room. Then Court strikes again.
Then Court finds the court, as you said. He has really got it going on. Heavy arm. Heavy arm.
Yeah, that's 6 kills for him. And he just exploded on that set.
Plus he got a nice set from Walmer.
And Ben Court's former Miracosta High School teammate, Sam Collins, with the serve. Back row set, it's Thim. The block caught a piece. Here's Collins from the back row. Sniffed out there by Rosenthal. So Thim, high ball set. Todd off the triple, blocking out.
Oh, what a great swing by Alakai Todd. High snapper off that 3-man block.
Todd, who had a double-double last match against UCSB back on March 30th. 12 kills, 10 digs. 4 kills here so far this evening. Here's Sakanoko on the serve. Service error number 11 for Hawaii. Owen Longcar. Pass by Thim. It's going to sail over the net, and Ben Court knows what to do with it. Deposits it for his 7th kill. And the Gauchos within 2.
Watch for Charlie Wade to call a timeout here if the Gauchos score one more.
Largest lead for Hawaii has been 4 in this second set. Diving pass there by Thim. One-hand back set to Todd. He couldn't two-hand it down. Back set goes to Bianchi through the block. And he does it again. 10 kills for Jess Bianchi. He is the first player on the floor to double figures. And as mentioned, C-Mac, timeout signaled by Charlie Wade. The Gauchos behind their leader, Jess Bianchi, roaring back. Welcome back. Time now for the Hawaii Honda Dealers highlight reel. And it's undeniable. The most highlights have been put in once again by number 2 in blue, Jess Bianchi. He's got 10 kills, hitting .471.
That's unbelievable. Well, she's got 3 digs. She's got 2 blocks. The all-around player. Clearly candidate for Player of the Year.
Meanwhile, substitution on the Hawaii side, Chaz Galloway. The ABCA All-American honorable mention. First team Big West Conference selection last season. On the floor replacing Louis Sakanoko. Middle set Voss. Connection not quite there. So Galloway sets up Todd. And it's a net violation against UCSB, so a point for Hawaii. You mentioned Galloway in for Sakanoko. There has been some concern about the health of Louis Sakanoko.
His knee has been bothering him a little bit. Not so much as to keep him completely out of the match, but I think he's going until it hurts too much, then he pulls himself out.
Serve there by Kevin Calling goes out. Yeah, we saw Sakanoko on that road series against UCSD, hampered by that knee. Looked good in practice earlier this week, though, by all accounts. So you wonder if that's a factor. Here's Bianchi. Pass by Galloway is a good one. Outside, it is Thim rising high. He's blocked back. Thim a second time. This time will not be denied. Keone Thim with his 3rd kill.
Keone should go up and thank Yemi Voss for dragging a blocker with all those third. Neuster took a blocker with him, therefore he got the split block. Clearly Hawaii's middles are great decoys for the outside hitters.
Nice serve there by Todd. Great pass by Collins. And here's Court. He's blocked. And he's roofed. Just the 2nd hitting error of the night for Ben Court. And it's Neuster next to Rosenthal, about as imposing a block as Hawaii has to offer.
Yeah, it's 6'9", 6'8". Pretty big block. You'd have trouble getting around it. Or over it.
I'd have trouble driving around it. D set. How about that set to Bianchi? And he makes it work. Wow, that was gutsy by Jack Walmer. And Bianchi, as he is prone to do, just finding the perfect place to touch it off the hands.
He does better with these unorthodox sets that are coming out of nowhere, because he's pretty unorthodox himself.
He's hitting 500, 11 kills. Rosenthal, the D-set going to Todd, down the line and in. Oh, Jaden Glenn upset with himself. He was in position but thought it was wide. It landed in, and Hawaii back up 3. That's service error number 13 for Hawaii. To 2 aces. By comparison, on the other side, UCSB, 15 service errors to 1 ace. And they bring in Ben Pearson now to serve. 6'2" sophomore from Santa Cruz, California. Diving pass over the net by Galloway. Layout save by Choi. Here's Chaz. Dug up by Court. It'll be centered by Pearson. Collins will get a swing out of it, but he sends it out. Oh, the effort. It's postseason time. Everybody laying it on the line.
Sam Collins trying so hard to keep this ball in play. Great save by Leo Choi to keep the rally going. Chaz Galloway hitting a nice one, and then poor Collins, I felt bad for him because he really was trying to keep it in play.
You see Milan Zarkovic
Yeah.
affectionately touching the face there of Eleu Choi. He was one of the team favorites, right? Eleu, the guy who's always putting maximum effort. Dset Bianchi. Oh, he got under that one. And a rare error. He is human. Jess Bianchi with an unforced mishit. And a timeout by UC Santa Barbara. Hawaii up 4. 2 away from evening this matchup. Welcome back. Louis Sakanoko getting looked at in the tunnel behind the Hawaii bench. Looked like they were working that lower leg. Looked like they were also maybe trying to stretch out that left calf of his, right below the knee that has been somewhat problematic.
He's got some ice on her right now.
So some attention being given there. Yeah, that's a little bit of that muscle stim as well. Meantime, Chaz Galloway out on the floor. Hawaii up 4. Kai Taylor! What a time to bust that one out! Largest lead of set 2 for Hawaii. And they're standing up here at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center. Aloha ball for the second set. And some time being taken to wipe perspiration off of the mat. Hawaii trying to even this thing up.
What a clutch serve by Kai Taylor. Night in and night out, he's Mr. Consistent as far as the serve goes. And as a sub, it's so tough because he's cold coming off the bench. But about 90% of the time, he gets that first one in and puts a lot of pressure on the other team.
Serving for set 2. Pass by Court is a beauty. Middle set goes to Longcar. Thim sets up Galloway. Blocked and roofed. Oh, the Gauchos shut the door. Jack Walmer was in on that one.
That was really a good block. Really solid block. Walmer now goes back to serve. Walmer just tries to go down the line. He's shut down. I think that Longcar got part of that as well, but here's a tough server right here.
It remains aloha ball for Hawaii. And the out serve by Walmer. And this thing is even at 1 set apiece. Former Rainbow Warrior great Kostas Theoharides in the house. He's now a published author, you know.
He is.
And he is seeing this Hawaii team write a new story to this match. We're tied at 1. Welcome back. Here are the Pizza Hut match statistics. It is tied at 1 set apiece. Hawaii able to bounce back in set number 2, C-Mac.
Well, even though those stats look pretty similar, the kill percentage especially, you know, around 250. Surprised to see the smaller Santa Barbara team out blocking Hawaii 5-3. Dig's about even. And you see the aces, the errors. Santa Barbara's errors at 16. But Rick McLaughlin doesn't really care. He just wants them to bang away and take the chances. The biggest difference, though, you see the 250 and 250. It was really a story of 2 different sets. Hawaii hitting horribly in the first set. Santa Barbara hitting well. Hawaii hitting really well in the second set. Santa Barbara not playing as well. So it'll be interesting to see how this third set turns out. See if these offenses start to really even out a little bit. It's right. In the first 2 sets, it was Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah. When you look at some of the efficiency numbers offensively for UCSB, certainly from an individual standpoint with Jess Bianchi and Ben Court, you look at UCSB out blocking the Rainbow Warriors. Does it continue to behoove Rick McLaughlin to employ that strategy of bombs away from the service line, or do you think they have to tweak that here going forward?
I think they might have to tweak it a little bit because if Hawaii's offense continues to sputter a little bit, better off keeping the ball in play and allow his defense and his great block to get some points.
Amazing how Hawaii was able to flip the script, though, from sets 1 to set 2. 458 hitting percentage for the Gauchos in set 1. That went down to 0-4-3 in set 2. Hawaii went from 182 in the first to 318 in the second. And the block gets a touch here on the opening sequence of set 3. Alakai Todd able to touch it off the block and down. Todd now with 7 kills. He leads all Hawaii hitters. And he is a guy who is a load bearer at the moment for this Rainbow Warrior squad.
Absolutely. Notice that Guillermo Voss that time took another blocker with him, making it easier for Todd on the outside to have only one-on-one.
And now Tread Rosenthal with the serve. Collins blocked and roofed. Oh, you had 3 Rainbow Warriors up in Todd, Voss, and Thim.
Give a lot of credit to Tread Rosenthal for serving the ball up so that the center had to go off the net, allowing Hawaii's blockers to just be over there waiting for Sam Collins.
Oh, that pass tight to the net. Bump set, backside goes to Collins. That's a tough angle. He's able to make it work anyway. Goes off of Todd and down.
You can tell he's played some beach volleyball because that little wrist away shot landed on about the 1-foot line. Also caught some of the block there as well.
So 1 serving 2. This is going to be Sam Meister, who hails from right there in Santa Barbara, California, serving it into the net. And now Keone Thim retreating back.
Meister actually recruited as a walk-on, of all things. He always wanted to go to UC Santa Barbara, and he can play pretty much every position.
Yeah. Was a pin hitter when he first got to UCSB, but out of necessity, here he is as a middle.
I know.
D-set, it's Bianchi, blocked and roofed. Oh, they got him that time. Voss getting the gist of it.
That's something that's rare. Bianchi getting blocked. Ooh, and Voss was way off the net, too. That could have easily gone inside his forearms and down.
Guilherme Voss, 5th on the career blocks list at Hawaii, getting another one there. The save there off of the Bianchi swing. Back set goes to Todd. High hands. Court able to chase it down. Walmer, back row to court. Thim the first touch. And it's going to be a net violation called against Hawaii, so they'll give the point to the Gauchos.
Santa Barbara server, Jack Walmer.
Oh, yeah, that was Chaz Galloway just nipping the net.
Yeah.
Rosenthal, high ball set goes to Todd. 3 blockers up. And that was some guava jelly put up by the freshman setter.
Yeah, I give a lot of credit to Tread there for putting up a please, just hit me kind of a ball.
So Todd now with 8 put downs. He's hitting .312. Entered this match 5th in the Big West Conference in season hitting percentage. Bianchi gets dug up down the line by Rosenthal. Bump set from Voss to Todd, and he is rejected. 3 blockers up, and they're able to provide the wall.
I'm surprised that Voss didn't pull out his paws then and put up a set. He's gotten pretty good at it recently.
Hawaii coming in 5th in the latest AVCA poll. I mentioned UC Santa Barbara, the only team outside of the top 20 coming into this tournament, as Nooster catches it in the sweet spot. He is 5 for 5 hitting the ball tonight.
He's having that kind of a night. Good connections between him and Rosenthal as well. That block late going up, that happened very quickly. Block was reading, they weren't committing.
Nooster, the redshirt sophomore from Indianapolis, Indiana, takes advantage of the overpass. 6 swings, 6 kills for Nooster.
He must have won his pregame chess match. That's all I can think of.
I was going to say, part of his bio is aspiring chess master. Per tradition, of course, he engages in a series of chess matches with any one of his fellow Rainbow Warriors. D-set to Todd, and he makes it happen. And Hawaii has something brewing here in set 3. Rick McLaughlin signaling for a timeout. Rainbow Warriors up 8-3 in the third. Inside, the numbers presented by Long's Drugs. The number is 64. That is Hawaii's home winning streak versus unranked opponents, going all the way back to January of 2012, the last time they lost, and it happened to be against now a current Big West Conference foe, UC San Diego. Hawaii, they have been dominant in this building. A record of 112-10 here at Simplify Arena at Stan Sheriff Center since 2017. They are the winningest team in college volleyball since 2015. 224 total wins. Now, they have set a certain standard. And right now they are trying to play out of the first day. The first time that Hawaii has had to compete on opening day of this event since its inception in 2018. And the block is up. Neuster next to Rosenthal. Around here, they're saying, ole, oh no.
Rosenthal, Neuster shaking his head. They love to celebrate.
That's 3 team blocks for Hawaii here in this third frame. They're up 6. Bianchi bounces one.
What's interesting tonight versus 2 weeks ago is when Bianchi's not getting like every single set like he did. He got 70 sets that night.
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. And tonight, Court's getting his fair share as well.
Longcar sends it out. So Hawaii up 10-4, and here is Chaz Galloway to serve. You know, an interesting turn of events, right? With Sakonoko kind of tending a little bit to his knee, maybe his calf. You have Chaz Galloway, who is out there at the moment. And this guy has been through it. He has really throughout his career only known national championship type of competition. And when you look at the veterans that Hawaii still has on this roster in Galloway, and when Voss is on the floor, Guilherme Voss as well. And that's kind of the old school, right? Those are the OGs. And they may be relied upon even more here this week to try to carry this team to the promised land.
Yeah, they've been the 3 Final Fours. They've won twice. They'd love to go back again to finish their careers. G-Voss has really taken on more of a leadership role in the practice gym, knowing that things are urgent right now.
Well, and of course, Spiros Hadjieleftheriou, who was part of that crew, is watching from the tunnel. They're trying to perform well on his behalf here this week. Outside, it's Court. Sends it out. Was there a touch? No touch. Point for Hawaii. And this is the biggest lead of the match for anybody. There's a look at Hakas. And just his image on the big screen above prompts that reaction.
That was great, wasn't it? So spontaneous.
Oh, what a serve! Kurt Neuster lets out a roar. Just like this crowd, Hawaii up 8.
Well, Kurt has struggled from behind the service line tonight compared to his normal outings. But now he's starting to make up for it by keeping the ball in play and picked up an ace there with a little curveball.
So far, Kurt Neuster has played the most efficient match of anybody in a Hawaii uniform, both from the service line and certainly offensively. 2 aces here this evening. Neuster also with 3 blocks to his ledger. Took a little something off that time. D set, it's Bianchi. The block slowed it down. Rosenthal sets up Thim. Thim sets up Rosenthal. Pinballed around in return. Free chance here for Hawaii. Oh, the overpass, though. A little overcooked off the platform of Alakai Todd, and Sam Meister able to put it down.
Alakai trying to be too perfect there. He really didn't need to get the ball all the way up to the net. The 3 or 4 foot line would have been just fine. And he knows it.
Now Bencourt, you see he's got about as fierce a game face as anybody in this conference. Disa goes to Todd by the double block. That was emphatic. And Alakai Todd now into double figures in kills. He has 10.
Slow start tonight, but he's picking up speed.
And now a few more moments being taken to wipe the perspiration off of the floor here. You know, it's a Thursday night, you know, floor wipers, it's a school night. It's, you know, they're a little short-staffed. This is a skeleton crew, I think, on the floor wiping front.
For those who joined us late, 42-minute first set. 32-minute the second set. These are long sets that are going on, too, yeah.
Good serve there by Rosenthal. Here is Bianchi. Had to drift a little bit on that one. Good dig, Galloway. High ball set goes to Thim. 2 hands it over. Sliding save by Jaden Glenn. Wrist away shot dug up there by Rosenthal. Alakai Todd tries to throw it deep. Dug up by Bianchi. Collins through a triple block. The save, Galloway. The second touch, Choi, and it's returned. And then Guilherme Voss will be called for interfering with the one-hand set attempt by Walmer. And no real argument from G. Voss.
He knew right away that he got a little bit too aggressive there. Look at that save by Choi.
Yeah, that was a heck of an exchange there.
Now, had that ball was being directed over the Hawaii side, it would have been totally legal. But Walmer was trying to set it on his own side to the left side player, and that's where Guilherme interfered.
7 serving 14. Here it comes from Meister. Pass by Choi over the net. What a dig there by Galloway. Diving second touch by Rosenthal. Free chance here now for the Chos, but that pass goes over the net. And Keone Thim takes advantage. Oh, these teams are missing out on some golden opportunities in the passing game.
Just a little bit too much adrenaline. Overexcited, trying to be too perfect a little bit.
Now Tread Rosenthal taking on some of the floor wiping responsibilities. He's a little older than the average floor wiper age, right?
Yeah, and plus it's not past his bedtime.
What a season Tread has had. Just 17 years of age, a freshman, to be playing volleyball in this league, and now here in this event. Keone Thim with the serve. Hawaii in front comfortably at the moment. Good second touch there by Todd after the save by Rosenthal. Gauchos with the advantage. Here's Bianchi off the block. It stays on the Gaucho side. Bianchi a third time. Oh, and that one is detonated.
You can stop him once. You slow him down the second time, but don't count on 3 times in the same rally. He's just too good.
14 kills now for Bianchi on 31 swings.
It was big by Rosenthal to keep that rally going.
8 serving 15, Walmer to bring it across. Crawls it over the net, and it drops down helplessly for an ace.
Remember when Walmer served NC2A championship point versus Long Beach State a couple of years ago? And these Rainbow Warriors know how to receive his serve.
Rick McLaughlin says that Walmer definitely the most consistent and toughest server that the Gauchos have to offer. Here is Galloway. hanging, just touched it over, diving save Walmer. Set to Bianchi through the block and down, and the Gauchos right back with 3 straight points.
By guess who? 2 of the 3 were by Bianchi. Nice pop-up by Walmer. 3 blockers up. Bianchi somehow finds a way through.
Into the net. That one doesn't crawl over, and Hawaii gets the point. You know, we should also point out Jaden Glenn, the libero for UCSB, has kind of reemerged as the primary libero after having given way for a portion of the season to the freshman Joe Wallace, who has played really well. But Glenn, the more veteran of the two, kind of great to see him once again reestablish himself. He is, according to Rick McLaughlin, the best communicator of the two, whereas Joe Wallace may be the more dynamic when it comes to passing bomb serves. Bianchi off the block and down. You saw Ozan Oz, the 6'8" sophomore from Bursa, Turkey, in there as the serving sub for Hawaii.
And I think Jaden Glenn's father might be in the house. I think he flew over. His name's Danny Glenn. He's really highly successful women's volleyball coach at Newport Harbor High School in Southern California.
Yeah, their other libero, Joe Wallace, also the son of a volleyball coach.
John Wallace, who used to coach at Santa Clara. They'd be using up all the volleyball IQ with 2 guys.
Serve by Collins goes long. So Hawaii presented here with a true opportunity to take the advantage in this match. Up 17-11, but still a lot of work to do. Alakai Todd, the high toss. Oh, somehow returned by the Gauchos. Great effort. Rosenthal outside. Galloway hanging and banging.
He's become quite the fireman. Off the bench, putting out the fires. How about this defense? Nice little pancake there by Walmer. And Galloway facing a 2-man block, finding a way to put it down. Hanging and banging.
First kill for Chaz in his 5th year with the program. Todd into the twine.
UCSB server, Owen Lockdown.
Learned on senior night, Chaz Galloway, also an equestrian lover.
Yeah.
Pass by Choi goes off the big screen above, so it can be played on Hawaii's side. Galloway's 2-hand touch is blocked. Disek goes to Todd, and he explodes on the ball.
How about that? Spontaneous play off the scoreboard for Hawaii to keep that ball alive and get a decent set. Oh my goodness.
Well, you see the fine writing minds that represent press row over there, as that one is 2-handed down by Bianchi. And so Jess Bianchi kind of sneakily getting in there for the 2-hand put down.
So much like in their Hano.
Yeah,
This is like
so many similarities.
Yeah. Like a Xerox copy.
However, that serve goes long. Hawaii reaches the 20-point mark. Gauchos hitting a little bit of a stretch of slippage here in this 3rd frame. Trying to find the traction once again. How much of that is perhaps UCSB hitting the skids on their own? How much of it is what Hawaii's doing?
A little bit of each.
Kai Taylor. Here's Bianchi. Wrist away. Misses wide. No touch. And Hawaii up 8 here in the 3rd.
McLaughlin has one more timeout if he needs it. He may not use it, though. He may want to just get to the fourth ASAP.
Taylor the toss. Another good serve. Middle set, and speaking of hanging, that was Sam Meister just levitating up there for an extra second.
A boy from Santa Barbara High School.
Point to serve.
And so now Ben Court. Pass by Galloway's a good one. Middle set cross, and there it is. That connection has been a little shaky here this evening, but that one was pure.
That was only jamming, I think, 7th set all night. Normally he gets a lot more, given that he hits 400 to 500 every night. But he's been a decoy all night for the outside hitter, so take your pick.
Pass there by Glenn, middle set. There's Meister. So the middles dueling there in sequential rallies.
Instead of dueling banjos, it's dueling middles.
Or dueling pianos.
Yeah, there you go.
Dueling middles, there you go. Pass by Choi. As Todd chasing it down, Hawaii relegated to just sending one over free ball style. Middle set, and that's long car. So you take one middle out, you put the other one in, same result. First kill of the match for Owen Longcar.
He's only had 4 sets all night.
Meister, meanwhile, 5 kills on 6 swings. Here he is serving. Pass by Galloway is perfect. Backside set, Thim got the touch, gets the point, and he will retreat back to serve. 23 serving 16 here in the third.
What a pass by Chaz Galloway on that last one. That was a really, really tough serve.
UCSB side-out point.
Charlie Wade was telling me the other day that he wished that Galloway would return to the form where he gets 16 serves in with no errors, which he did last weekend.
17 serving 23. Uphill climb here for the Gauchos. And that's not going to help the cause. Serving error number 23 for UC Santa Barbara. And the crowd to its feet here on Aloha Ball for the third.
And if not mistaken, one more, there'd be a full game of errors given to the other team.
Hawaii trying to go up 2 sets to 1. Backside. And the block is up. Galloway next to Nooster. Shutting the door on the kill swing, shutting the door on the third set. Hawaii takes it 25-17. And they'll have a chance to finish the deal in set 4. Big West postseason. Hawaii in position to advance. Welcome back. Let's check out tonight's Hyundai head-to-head stat line. We're looking at the set 1 kill percentages, 458 for UCSB to 182 for Hawaii. Then you flip that over to set 3, 474 for the Rainbow Warriors to 200 for the Gauchos. It has kind of been that way since that first set. Hawaii has been able to reverse the numbers in its favor considerably. They ran away in the third, and Chaz Galloway, the veteran, did not get the start this evening. But with Louis Sakanoko perhaps a little banged up, and perhaps Charlie Wade looking for a little more efficiency, he turns to the guy who's been there, done that, and Chaz Galloway delivering, as you see him telling his team following that last block, one more, guys, one more, and we're off to the semis.
Yeah, he's done such a good job passing, too. Really stabilized the passing pattern. Brings offense as well. Great defender, decent blocker, and senior leadership.
So Hawaii up 2 sets to 1. Winner gets UC Irvine tomorrow night. Anteaters the 2 seed here. Sam Collins getting things started here in the 4th. Middle set, Voss hits it long. And so the Gauchos strike first.
Leading the way in that 3rd set for the Rainbow Warriors. Alicante tied with 5 kills, only 1 error.
And Todd leading Hawaii with 11 kills total.
And Jess Bianchi had 6 kills in that set.
17 for Bianchi overall. How about that joust up there? Ball was frozen between Bianchi and Rosenthal, but the quick reset and recoil for Bianchi, who then gets his 18th kill.
It goes from a joust and almost being knocked down to popping back up and getting the kill. Look at this, he's almost fell down. 1 step, it's a little step close move and then hammer.
This dude is crazy.
Yeah.
And that's an ace. Sam Collins. And what a way to start set 4 for UCSB.
Collins has put up 3 very tough serves. Obviously the last ace, but the other serves were very difficult as well.
Remember the last time these 2 teams met, March 30th, it went 5. UCSB almost pulling off the reverse sweep. Rosenthal goes middle to Voss. That set a little low. Pancake saved Glenn. Here's Bianchi blocked. Collins the cover. Walmer trying to play it off the string. Wasn't able to do so, and Hawaii finally on the board here in set 4.
I'll tell you one thing for Charlie Wade and his team. He does not want to go 5. He's got a big semifinal match tomorrow night. He wants to get these guys out of here as soon as possible. He'd love to see him play with more of a sense of urgency, I think, to finish it.
Outside, it's Court. Block slowing it down that time. And then Thim tooling the block to his advantage. That was a savvy move there by Keone Thim.
Meantime, UCSB wants to do the opposite. They want to stay here as long as possible.
Yeah, that's right.
We'll stay till midnight if we have to.
I mean, this is quite simply a win-or-go-home scenario for these teams.
Yeah.
Back set, Bianchi tips it over, saved by Choi, rattled around and returned. Diving pass by Glenn. Here's Bianchi, there was no block in sight. You had Thim desperately trying to provide some resistance to no avail, and that was just hitting lines right there for Bianchi.
You can't give him just hitting lines either. What a save there that time.
And that serve goes long by Longcar. Hawaii out digging for what it's worth. UCSB 25-21. Rainbow Warriors led by Tread Rosenthal, who has 7 digs. Oleu Choi with 4. And Keone Thim about to serve. He has 5 digs to go along with his 6 kills. Quick middle set. That was below the tape. And there was not much that Meister could do with it.
Walmer immediately apologizing. McLaughlin, formerly a big setter for Loyola Marymount back in the day.
And that serve goes long by Thim. So UCSB jumps in front. Yeah, Rick McLaughlin, also a very decorated head coach. By the way, 2-time ABCA National Coach of the Year. Led the Gauchos to the national championship back in 2011. He knows what it takes. Hawaii scrambling here. How about the back bump set by Galloway, though? Gave Todd a chance. Now the set going the other side to Chaz. Dug up there by Glenn. Here's Court. Tried to avoid the block, missed the court wide. And so we're tied at 5.
He hasn't missed many of those. He's pretty steady. Doesn't make many mistakes. One of the Santa Barbara passers moving up to the 3-meter line for Gimme Voss. They want to take this ball and this serve with their hands. See if Voss jump serves him and surprises him. Nope.
Saw the attendance numbers. Good crowd here on a Thursday. Little pitter-patter above the net. And finally, Sam Meister puts it down. This is the 3rd straight year that these two teams have met in the Big West Championship Tournament. They met in the semifinals the previous 2 years. Hawaii winning both of those matchups. Here's Todd. And Court couldn't conjure a save. And so back and forth we go here in set 4. And Alaka Itad, who has been such a revelation for this Hawaii team this season. After all of those years waiting in the wings, finally getting his opportunity, and he's made the most of it.
His 6th year in the program.
D set, here's Bianchi. Dug up by Rosenthal over the net, almost goes down. A pancake save by Glenn, and then Collins pumps it long. And Hawaii wins the point, but credit Jaden Glenn just for keeping that thing alive.
I thought that ball was down for sure.
Glenn, the redshirt junior from Corona Del Mar, California, where he was a setter and libero. Now look at this right here. Spatula time.
Yep.
That serve goes long. So these two teams just trading these points at the moment. And Meister serves it into the twine. That is service error number 25.
That's a whole game.
Now it's becoming a battle of service attrition.
For Hawaii, that's 18.
It's been a serving exhibition only a mother could love. Back row, that's Callaway. Cleared for takeoff.
Fans up on their feet for that one. Nooster held the middle blocker just a little bit, just enough for Chaz to find room to hit it down.
Man, he can get up into the stratosphere. He has been able to do that from day one when he first walked onto the University of Hawaii at Mānoa campus, as Noosterer, who's had such an efficient game tonight, serves it long, and we're tied at 9 here in the 4th.
Fourth service error for Kurt, unfortunately. That's one area in which he's struggled just a bit.
Choi with the pass. Outside, it's Thim. Goes off the block and out. So Keone Thim starting to find some success. He's got 7 kills. You know, he only has 1 hitting error here in this match.
He's hitting for a big number. He's hitting close to 400. 429 right now.
The Thim Reaper, as some refer to him. Walmer, long run there. Sets up court, and that was beautiful by Jack Walmer. A dynamic back bump set.
And how did Court find a way around that three-man block? I thought that was going to be stuff-a-rama all the way in the closet. All three blockers up. Oh, he went over Thim, of all people.
So 10-10, Longcar with the serve. Here's Thim, trying to go over the block himself, but a good layout save there by Walmer. Here's Bianchi, saved by Galloway. Hawaii on the attack. It's Todd through the block and down. Alaka'i does it again. He's got 13 kills.
That was a big kill for Alaka'i because he's not used to hitting out on that left side. He'd much prefer the right. Sort of squeezed his way through that block, didn't he?
Thim taking something off, making sure he got it in. Here's Bianchi. And it was just Chaz Galloway there trying to put up some kind of resistance, but good luck.
Nice little play set from Walmer here. He sets Bianchi a little two-set right behind him as opposed to setting out to the antenna, threw Hawaii's block off for sure.
Bianchi now with 20 kills, hitting .333. He's had 42 attempts. Now the attempt from the service line. Here's Voss blasting it off the hands. So it's Glenn setting up Bianchi down the line. The dig there by Choi. Outside Galloway! Up the elevator shaft! A few extra floors.
Chaz is ready for that one, and Tread gave. Here's the great dig by Elena Choi. A perfect set from Treadwell. Nice location, just far off the net for Galloway to get a good swing at it. Did I say Treadwell? I heard that on your show the other day. You said Treadwell. No, I picked up on it. No, Tread Rosenthal.
Yeah, talking about Mom Lindsay, maiden name Treadwell. The reason why Tread's named Tread.
Yeah.
As a play off of her last name, played volleyball at Notre Dame. Here's Bianchi. Oh, the broad jump from behind the line. He makes it look so effortless.
He's not getting any weaker as this match goes on. It looks like he's getting stronger.
I mean, is he even sweating? Maybe a little bit. Maybe a little bit. That serve goes long. And you talk about Fred Rosenthal, of course, very athletic family. His sister's playing volleyball at a high level. Dad Mike was an offensive lineman at Notre Dame, played 9 years in the NFL with the Giants and Vikings, now the athletics director at Miracosta High School, Tred's alma mater. Of course, you got a bunch of Miracosta guys on the other side of the net as well. I mean, that is a renowned program. But Tred, who received some of those athletic genes, right? Obviously a guy of good size. He's pushing 6'10", as he told us. And so I asked him, I said, you know, you must have had coaches from other sports that were tugging on you, right? Like, hey, why don't you come over here and play a little football, maybe play a little basketball? I said, yeah, basketball was kind of an option. He said, but I didn't really like it very much. I think he's found a home here on the volleyball court. As Galloway gets blocked, Walmer jumping up next to Longcar, and UCSB in front, trying to even this match up and force a fifth.
Well-formed block, nice press over the net.
Outside, Galloway down the line, dug up by Bianchi. Collins sends it over, and so a free chance here for Hawaii. Middle set, it's Neusterer. And Kurt's still perfect, 7 for 7.
I think Rosenthal would love to feed him more. And watch for more on the more good passes when Kirk's in the front row. Watch for more balls to go to him, I think.
Walmer going back row. It's Court. And Court, he reaches double figures. He has 10 kills. And UCSB gets the 15 first in set 4. A long way to go. Welcome back, Kurt Neuster. 7 swings, 7 kills. He's also got 4 blocks, C-Mac. What do you think about the way he's been playing?
And he's got a couple bases. Yeah, he's having a good night. And certainly, he does not lack for celebration.
He leads the team in that category, no doubt.
I think he does.
Well, it literally does not get better than that. Batting 1,000. And Hawaii has needed it here this evening. After dropping the first set, 25-23, Hawaii turning it around 25-20 in the second, 25-17 in set 3. But UCSB is thinking about pushing this to a 5th. Remember, Hawaii winning both regular season matchups in this building. Second night went to 5 as Wallner out of the timeout sends it long. And we're tied at 15. We saw it in the opener here this evening. CSUN and UC San Diego. UCSD had beaten CSUN twice, including a reverse sweep on night 2 of that series on the road at CSUN. And so we talked about how difficult it is to beat a team 3 times in one season. Hawaii in position to try to pull it off, but experiencing perhaps just how hard it is. Back row, it's Court. Dug up by Galloway, nicely done. Taylor with the set, a little off the mark, so now a free chance here for the Gauchos. Bianchi, blocked. Pancake save Todd, they're gonna say it's up. Swing there by Thim, couldn't get it down. So now Glenn sets up Bianchi, and he's blocked in roof. Guilherme Voss staying with it.
We're going to have a challenge here, Kanoa. We're going to challenge the Hawaii pancake dig.
It appeared to be Todd who was closest to it, and Rick McLaughlin was actually had a pretty good success rate here in these challenges over the course of seasons past. He's going to say that it was down, but yeah, it was Alakai Todd who, if anybody, made the save. Let's see.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
Huh.
That looks pretty good, doesn't it?
That's close. It kind of looks like he slid it under there, don't you think?
Yeah, it really does. Of course, again, we're looking at different camera angles than...
Now that angle makes it look maybe a little bit more questionable because it looked like possibly it touched the ground on the outside portion of that right hand,
right?
If anything. So from this angle, it looks like he gets it under, but from that other angle, you could see maybe just off the pinky finger side of his hand may have made contact with the Terraflex.
You're right. Now you should go over. You can do the replays for us.
Give me one of those blue shirts, will you?
There you go.
You gotta love Alakai Todd. Looks like he just got out of bed.
Yeah.
All right, so we've come to a decision. Tom Saunders is going to fill us in here momentarily. So they do overturn the call. They're going to say that it went down, point for the Gauchos. And so it goes from 16-15 in favor of Hawaii to 16-15 in favor of UCSB.
For Mike Taylor, 16-15.
Blasted long. Is that a touch 'em all, C-Mac?
I think it was touch 'em all.
At least a ground rule double, maybe?
No, it was touch 'em all. It wasn't close. That was way gone. Sam's a really good server, by the way.
Yeah.
This is no disrespect to his server.
No, he's been extremely reliable this season. How about that serve? Trent Rosenthal slicing and dicing for the ace. There's his folks.
It's That's a really tough serve to receive. It's got so much spin on it, and it's going away from that right back passer.
Another good serve. Pass by Glenn was a beauty, though, and then the behind-the-head middle set there to Longcar. Well executed. Jack Walmer putting it on the money.
Well, Walmer, after staying away from his middles for a long time, all of a sudden now he's coming back to them, and they're delivering.
Here's Thim timing it against 3 blockers. Collins nearly coming up with the save. Heck of an effort there by Jack Walmer. But Hawai'i gets the point.
Thim goes over the 3-man block. Wow.
He's looking pretty springy out there this evening. Keone Thim now with 8 kills.
He just continues to defy gravity, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Doesn't exist in his world.
Listed at 6 feet, possibly a charitable listing. But that doesn't stop him from playing well above those dimensions. Backside, it's Bianchi, blocked and roofed!
Chaz Galloway to the rescue. Bianchi can go down the line. Chaz just stayed disciplined, stayed really patient, and takes that line away. That's when, when Bianchi looks like he's going to line, he usually wrists away on you and goes cross court. We'll see.
UCSB out of system. Bianchi blocked again. Good cover there by Court. Quick reset for him. He two-hands it over. Choi with the set. Todd blasted off the hands, chased down by Walmer. So now Glenn going over to Court. He two-hands it over again, sliding save Choi. Rosenthal to Voss, he's blocked. It's returned over, and then Bianchi finishes the rally.
Oh, man, what a rally.
And there is perspiration everywhere on the Terraflex after that point.
Just get one big mop and just mop the whole thing. Oh, man.
So Keone Thim pitching in on the floor wiping procedures.
Keone Thim slow to get up.
Yeah, landed a little bit thuddy on that one. Maybe knocking the wind out of himself a little bit. Choi, some high cheddar. Great effort by Rosenthal just to keep it off the floor. A little miscommunication there by Santa Barbara, and then Ben Court always seems to come through when they need him the most. He's got 11 kills, and we are tied again. Tread Rosenthal, though, talking to the officials, he wanted to see if there was some kind of perhaps double contact or an extra contact because of how it was fielded on the Santa Barbara side. Let's take a look here.
I thought there was a double contact right there. One, maybe not.
It looked like there could have been, which means that they would have committed one extra contact or a 4th touch violation. Rosenthal back set, a little tight to the net. And it's going to be a point to UCSB. They're going to say that Alakai Todd was reaching over the net for that one, that it was on the Santa Barbara side. Todd's arguing that it was a joust. And Charlie Wade wants clarification. Oh, these are a couple of big rulings or non-rulings, the last 2 sequences.
And the signal Serge gave was he was a back row attack. He went over the 3-meter line, but the truth was he's a front row player. So he just simply reached over the net.
Timeout Hawaii. UCSB thinking about a 5th. Welcome back. Hawaii up 2-1, but it is Santa Barbara that has gotten to the 20-point plateau first, trying to force a decisive winner-take-all 5th set. And boy, there would be a lot at stake in a race to 15 if they are able to successfully do so.
Big serve here from the really good server.
20 serving 19, Bianchi. Good pass there by Choi outside. It's Galloway up the ladder and down the chute it goes.
What a pass by Choi that allowed the middle blocker to hold the other middle blocker to give Galloway kind of a split block there.
And how about the move here to once again call upon Ozan Ols, a transfer from the University of Jamestown in North Dakota, NAIA program. Gets it in, the pass there by Glenn, middle set, the Meister, and it is going to be a UCSB point. The call by Sergio Gonzalez is a lift, I believe. And Tread Rosenthal arguing the point. The crowd not pleased, as you can tell.
That's confusing, because it looked to me like it came off cleanly right there. Oh, it may have held on to it a little bit.
So UCSB up one again. Good dig there by Court. Here's Bianchi. 3 blockers up. Somehow saved by Thim as he rolls along that back line. Galloway tried to touch it down. Collins couldn't control it. And it's a Hawaii point, and we're tied at 21. Oh, we got a battle here in this race to 4 now, C-Mac.
Do you think these 6,000 fans are getting the money's worth? I think so. I haven't seen anybody leave the arena, I'll tell you that.
No. School night, schmool night.
That's right.
In between some of the pauses to wipe the floor, some of the challenges, this has been a match that has sort of crawled along this evening. Leaves a lot of moments for contemplation.
Yes, absolutely.
Here's Alaka Itad. 21 all, he gets it in. What a pass there by Glenn. D-set Bianchi. Deep corner and out. No touch. And it's a point for Hawaii. And Rick McLaughlin going to signal for a timeout. The Rainbow Warriors take one step forward here towards advancing to the semifinal round.
A rare error from Jess Bianchi's hitting 341 on the night. All of a sudden now, I dropped him a little back down to 300, more normal. But for him to make an error like that, very unusual. He's got a pretty good set there, a pretty good run on it. He knew there was a big block there, but I thought he did the right thing, went for the deep corner. I think he just barely missed.
All right, let's check in with Ryan. What's up?
Hey, thanks, Kunal. Well, over the last few timeouts, one person or player that has really been talking to his team has been Spiros Hadjieleftheriou. He has started off this match in the tunnel on a training table, but as the match has progressed, we have seen him come further and further out, now actually sitting on the sidelines, on the bench, almost talking every single timeout to the outside hitters, specifically to Chaz Galloway, to Keone Thim. He's constantly motivating the team. We're really seeing this senior step it up here, providing insights from off the court for his teammates. Back over to you guys.
Thanks a lot. You know that it is burning up inside Spiros Hadjieleftheriou, the desire to be out there with his teammates, but a guy who has taken on this challenge, this injury, on a professional type of scale. By all accounts, those who have operated on him, those who have assisted here so far with his rehabilitation, they said that he has about as tremendous an attitude towards this challenge as anybody they've worked with. But to see him getting closer and closer to the bench and getting more and more vocal, that is a sight to behold, C-Mac.
It really is. And there's so much respect for him in the volleyball world, Kanoa. He may not have gotten all conference in the Big West. He might make All-American, though. How about that?
Yeah, you had David Niffen, who was telling us when we were talking with him the other day, he believes that Spiros Hadjieleftheriou should have made the all-conference team, and you know, we're thinking, hey, look, Nifty didn't play in any conference matches, but to your point, that's just the level of respect that he has received from the rest of the coaches in this league and the rest of the coaches in college volleyball.
Exactly.
22 serving 21. He gets it in. Pass by Collins, a good one. Walmer, middle set, and Meister finishes the deal. So we're tied at 22. Largest lead in this fourth set for UCSB was 3. That was back when it was 3-0. Hawaii led by 2 points at its peak when it was 19-17. So here we go. It's a race to 3, and Ben Pearson in and back to serve. Galloway with the pass. He sticks it, and then over on 2 goes Trent Rosenthal.
First time he's used it tonight. Maybe couldn't have picked a better time for the 23rd point. Wow.
So Chaz Galloway awaits the signal to serve. Again, the Gaucho players taking on the responsibility to wipe some perspiration off of the floor. You can understand this has been a hard-fought battle.
The reason the fans are booing is I don't think anybody dove for that ball. I'm not sure. They were wiping it invisible perspiration.
Galloway gets it in. It's an ace.
Not knowing as an ace server, but he comes up with the biggest one maybe of his career.
And it is Aloha ball for a ticket to the semifinals. Pass by Court. Walmer D-set, it's Bianchi. And that will postpone things at least for the moment. Jess Bianchi with 24 kills. They remain standing here. Is there a better scene in all of men's volleyball? Jack Walmer, the former Rainbow Warrior to serve. Still match point for the Rainbows. Pass goes over the net. Rosenthal able to touch it deep and down. And Hawaii survives and advances. Here in the Hawaiian Islands presents the 2024 Outrigger Big West Men's Volleyball Championship. Oh, and the Rosenthals love it.
I thought for sure, Kanoa, that was an overpass. But at 6'10", Rosenthal just got up and intercepted that ball and tipped it deep. What a brilliant shot. What a great match tonight.
So Hawaii playing in the opening round of this event for the first time, able to advance, and they will take on second-seeded UC Irvine in tomorrow night's semifinal round. Little side note, by the way, Rainbows with these rainbow uniforms, 4-0 this year.
Ooh, think we'll break them out again tomorrow night?
It might behoove them to.
There could be some superstitious coaches out there. Who knows?
So Hawaii improves to 23-6. They advance to the semifinals for UC Santa Barbara. What a fight they put up this entire year, having to go through such adversity when it comes to a litany of injuries that they suffered throughout the year. And yet Rick McLaughlin's group fought to the very, very end. Jess Bianchi was an absolute beast all season, and he was once more here in what is the final match of the season for the Gauchos. They finished the year 9-18. Bank of Hawaii presents the players of the match. Take a look here. Bianchi, 24 kills, hit 314, 3 blocks, 7 digs. Kurt Neusterer, 7 kills on 8 swings, no errors. He hit 875, also had 4 blocks, 2 service aces. He was one of the more efficient entities on the Hawaii side. And they needed it here tonight on a night where it just felt like they were treading water a little bit for a good portion. They put it together when they needed it, and they get the victory to move on. Scott Robbs is with Charlie Wade.
Coach, congratulations. Tough match tonight, but the bottom line is it's about surviving and advancing, and that's exactly what you did.
For sure. Wasn't pretty out there all the time, but, we gutted it out. Got to love Chaz Galloway coming in off the bench. He's been banged up and hadn't played a lot in the last month, and really stepped up and gave us a lift and was a big part of tonight's win.
We saw you bring Ogus off the bench as a serving specialist. We haven't seen him a lot this year. What was your thought there?
Yeah, he's been crushing serves at practice. And, a few times I put him in earlier, kind of roll shot it, and I had to deal with them. If I put you in, you got to hit it hard. And, he made both attempts. So, at that point, just trying to push it a little bit, see if we can get something going from the service line. And really proud he stepped up and put some good balls in play.
All right, tomorrow night sets up a matchup with Irvine. No secrets between you two. This will be your fourth meeting already this year.
Yeah, no doubt. We just played him a few weeks ago, and it'll be a battle for sure. Want to thank the crowd, everybody coming out here tonight. And if you got an opportunity, come down tomorrow night. It'll be a hell of a show.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, thanks. Aloha.
Aloha.
Thanks a lot, Scott. All right, so CMAC, as we update the Ontario International Airport bracket, number 1 versus number 5 tomorrow. Long Beach State and CSUN. That will be the 4:30 match. We will go on the air with our coverage here on Spectrum Sports at 4:15 Hawaii time. That's 7:15 on the West Coast. The UC Irvine, the 2 seed, taking on Hawaii. That'll be the 7 p.m. match, and we will, of course, have that for you. We'll have the coverage throughout the evening. So a Final Four within the Big West construct that befits the Final Four on a national championship tournament level. This is going to be something to behold tomorrow, CMAC.
Well, people can save their money and not have to go to Long Beach to watch the Final Four. Just come down to the arena tomorrow night. It'll be like watching the Final Four. You got teams 1, 3, and 5 in the country being playing in the semis. It's going to be a great afternoon of volleyball and evening. I'm really looking forward to it because the quality of volleyball has surpassed even my expectations.
All right, well, we look forward to it. We hope you do, too, if you can't get on down here. And then, of course, we will bring you the coverage proudly here on Spectrum Sports. Don't forget about the post-game show. Corner Crew's going to break down this victory for Hawaii. It was hard-fought. It was disjointed at times. It was not aesthetically pleasing at others. But in the end, 3-seed Hawaii back in the semis once more. Going to be a fun night tomorrow night here in Mānoa. But for now, for CMAC, Chris McLaughlin, I'm Kanoa Leahy, and for the rest of the Spectrum Sports crew, till next time, we bid you aloha from Mānoa.
This post-game show.
And welcome back. Hawaii takes care of business. Downs UC Santa Barbara in 4. Advance to the semifinals tomorrow night. The second semifinal against UC Irvine in the Big West Championship. Scott, James, Ryan, and I'm sure most people don't need me to tell them who this guy is. 2-time National Volleyball Player of the Year. About 22 years ago, 20 years ago, 22 years ago. Kostas Theoharidis. Kostas, welcome home.
You said it. I'm back. This is home for me. I'm currently in Boston. This is home for us. But every time I come to Hawaii, it's the feeling that I get when I arrive at the airport is transcend any imagination. The warmth and the aloha spirit is unprecedented out here.
I was real fortunate because I had a front row seat to when you were playing at home and on the road. To me, you're one of the best, if not the greatest, men's volleyball players I've ever seen at the college level. I always thought what made you good wasn't how hard you hit, because Tony Ching would hit the ball hard. It was how you were able to slice and dice, and you had a way of always finding the open space on the court. I imagine your vision was like 2010.
Well, I had to figure out ways to going up against the 6'7", 6'8", 6'9" blockers, some of the best blocking teams in the country. Being undersized and not necessarily having Chaz Galloway's vertical or Tony Ching's, I had to rely on my IQ about figuring out ways to help the team to carry the hitting load and put points on the board. So when you have that kind of responsibility and the team is looking up to you to help them win games, you have to get creative, and you have to be tenacious, And again, when you're going up against very disciplined blocking teams, you're going to have the off nights. So you're just going to have to shake it off, digest it, and just move on to the next thing. But I'll tell you what, having the coaches that I had in Coach Wilton and Tina Regis, allowing me to basically express myself on the court without putting pressure on me, breathing down my neck. If I had an off night, they would be understanding. There wouldn't be any of the nonsense like, oh, we're going to bench you, or we're going to do, there was no such thing. So I played the way that I felt comfortable playing without operating out of fear, making mistakes that would put me on the bench. So a big shout out to both of those coaches. They're always going to be in my heart. And for them to go all in on me and give me the coveted athletic scholarship, I will be eternally grateful to them.
Well, we know that some of the players, those names that you mentioned, are no doubt in your book, which is one of the reasons why you were back. If you can talk to us a little bit about your book, what it's about, and what can fans and where can fans expect to get that?
So a couple of months ago, I decided to write a book. It's about my personal journey, starting from a rural, remote part of Greece to getting into volleyball. So I kind of describe my story as a young athlete in Greece, and then making the leap of faith, coming to Hawaii, playing out here, and then retiring from volleyball, explaining the reasons why I did that, and breaking into the finance world where I worked for 20 years. I retired from that about a year and a half ago, and now I'm a real estate entrepreneur. But the reason why I decided to write the book was actually threefold. So one was for my daughters. I wanted to leave something tangible behind. I want them to gain perspective about what preceded the prosperous times that are actually living through right now. And there were a lot of hard times that I went through, my wife went through, and then together as a couple we went through. The second thing was I wanted to be a source of inspiration to people, to reach for the stars. And I want them to fly into the unknown, right? So being well known out here, I figured I wanted to be a positive role model. So having the book, people can, through the stories, get inspired and trying to achieve their greatest potential. And the third thing was to contribute to the 2002 championship team becoming immortal. When we leave this earth, a lot of people will be forgotten, but I think that team specifically, it should be in the history books. So I'm doing the best I can in my power to make that happen.
What's it like being able to see the Greek culture still maintained at the University of Hawaii? I mean, we've had... I'm not going to throw me in there because, Cyprus is a little further away. But, Dimitris Mouchlias coming out, having one of the biggest impacts in Hawaii volleyball as well. Spiros Hadjieleftheriou, another incredible name. Just the Greek talent that is out there. What's it like being able to see it continue? 20 years later. Talk to us a little bit about that, because you've definitely, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. You definitely have had an impact on generations after back home. What's that been like?
When we won the championship, I think Dimitris was probably 1 year old, or 2 years old, and Spiros was 1 year old.
Yeah.
Right. So being able to inspire the younger generations, it is an amazing feeling, right? And how the whole thing started actually, because I was disconnected from the program for many years, and I didn't follow what was happening. And then Dimitris, after they won the second championship, he reached out to me. He texted me, and I didn't know who he was. And he sent me a picture of himself with the 2022 national title, and right next to it, he had my picture with the 2002 title, right? And I was like, it really spoke to the humility of the human being. And he didn't have to do that, right? And we wouldn't be here talking right now. And yet, him doing just that, he planted the seed. And then it was a cascade of events that led to me coming back here, getting to know Dimitri in person, and then connecting with Spiros as well. Getting to know people like Jakob. You're talking about arguably one of the best setters playing in stability the past 20 years. And going to the Final Four, and then coming back in December, running the Honolulu Marathon, and then deciding it's time to write a book. And there is one more thing left, guys, and that's to get that banner up there. And then I'll feel at peace.
I think you have a lot of people on that side wanting to get that banner up because it was so ridiculous why it never was put up there. Or maybe it wasn't taken down. I mean, it was such a quick turnaround from the end of the season to when that happened. But let me ask you one more thing, because Ryan asked you about the book, but where can people, give them the title of the book, and where can they find the book? Because we want to help you become a New York Times bestseller.
I
think you were like
Scott.
number 11 yesterday or something, were you?
Number 10. I mean, those things fluctuate quite a bit. And that was specifically in sports biographies.
Yeah,
but
that's all right, you don't have to qualify it.
It's called Warrior for Life. I had to figure out a title that had double meaning. So Warrior for Life, obviously you have the Rainbow Warriors, so I will always be part of the brotherhood. And then this, on the other side, everybody's a warrior. Everybody's battling through things on a daily basis. So you have to have the warrior spirit. You have to tap into the reserve time, to be able to get through life, as husbands and fathers and whatnot. So that was the thought process behind the title. And you can find it on Amazon. It's in paperback, and all you need to do is just go to Amazon, and you can put the name of, the title of the book, Warrior for Life, or you can just put my last name, and it should come up.
Are you going to be signing again? There you go.
I'll be here tomorrow.
You'll be here tomorrow?
I'll be here tomorrow. And I also wanted to let people know that I am considering coming back in May, giving a chance to people to get the books and read them and put in the reviews and everything, and do an official signing, which I wasn't able to work out this time around, for whatever reason.
I mean, tomorrow the first match is at 4:30. What time will you be here signing books?
So Hawaii's playing at 7?
7, yeah.
Yeah, so I got here at 6 today.
Okay.
Yeah, and you know what? I walked around and I was trying to find people, and then on Facebook, I actually told them, this is where I'm sitting. Please stop by to have your book autographed. I would love to, to talk to people. I would love to hear their thoughts on the book. That's very, very important. So before the book was published, I actually release draft excerpts on Instagram. I wanted to get the people's reaction to see whether I was on the right track or not. And the feedback that I got, it was so positive that I felt ready to actually have it published. And I'm just looking forward to hearing people's thoughts on the book.
Jump on Amazon, order the book. It's reasonable. I'm going to get one. You see Ryan's got one. James can't read, but if there's... Are there pictures? Did you make pictures for James?
There's illustrations.
There actually
He makes it a page turn.
We'll draw some caricatures and explain them to James. Hey, closest. Great seeing you. Welcome back home.
Good to be
Saw
back,
you
Scott.
last year. We're glad you're back here. Hopefully back in May, and let's make this a regular part of having you back here where you deserve to be.
Absolutely. It's good to hear James and Ryan as well.
Get the book. Kostas Theoharidi is our guest in the corner. Hawaii wins in 4 over the Gauchos. We'll take our final break, come back, and wrap things up.